Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jupiter's Bible Study. So, I hope this video reaches you and yours very well. So I got on the train. I said, you know what? I'm not even going to make my anxiety bigger than it already is, and I'm just going to catch the train. So I caught the train, and it's just, it's like the most humorous thing because it's like, at least in my car, I'm driving but on a train, you're dealing with smells, you're dealing with chatter, music, the teleprompter that comes, that vibrates throughout the train that says, this stop is coming up. And I had a moment where I was like, this is humorous because this in itself could cause me anxiety. But I was just like, no, I'm okay. I walked like maybe 20 minutes or so, maybe. And I walked up the platform. I actually ended up going the wrong way. So I remained calm. I got off the train and I went the other way, which I passed up my original spot. And from there, I was going the correct way. And I had to figure it out. But I knew God was with me. I knew He was just, I could just feel Him, either Him or His angels, just telling me that everything is going to be okay. And I'm doing all this to go to church. Like, I come down a day early so that I could go to church the next day. And I'm going to, get a good night's rest. And I just wanted to come and talk to you all. I know that only a few people hear my podcast, but I'm just so grateful. I did get one new subscriber. Welcome to Jupiter's Bible Study. You know what? I was reading, I was having such a good time reading First Samuel. And I had been looking for David, like where David life starts. And it's in First Samuel. And I was so happy because I was like, wow, I've been wanting to read about David like from start, from when he was young. And I was reading, and it's just so interesting how the story starts with Eli and his sons, and Samuel, and then Saul, and then David. And David is like humorous. I don't know if you guys remember, or you all guys, forgive me, I'm still trying to figure out how to address my audience in an all-encompassing way. But I don't know if you remember when he was running from Saul, David, and he said that he was on a like a sort of like a secret mission when he was recognized, but he played like a madman and he was drooling, and I thought that that was interesting because he was scared of the king. And it like saved him to play it up. And also what blessed me was when Saul went in a cave when he was hunting down David, and he went in a cave to relieve himself. David and his army had the opportunity to take Saul's life, but he didn't. And he even showed how he cut off a piece of his shirt, or it's not like a shirt, but I'll say shirt because, I guess like so that you can understand. He cut a piece of his shirt and Saul didn't even realize. That's how close David was. He could have ended it. He would not be hunted down anymore, but it's like he knew that that's not what God wanted. Like he didn't even, it's almost like he knew, like, I didn't even ask God, or I wasn't even told that I could take Saul's life, even though Saul is hunting me down. And that blessed me. And the reason why it blessed me is because we oftentimes think that when something is done to us, that we deserve justice and we deserve. And sometimes it's better, well, all the time it's better to be in good standing with God. All the time it's better to consult with Him and ask Him, what should I do? What should I do in this moment? But God was keeping David safe. Even David hid in the desert, in the mountains. He was just all over the place and on the run from Saul. Saul was in hot pursuit of him. I mean, that's all he did, was he wanted to kill David. I thought that, the spirit of envy and jealousy, how it said that a evil spirit was brought upon Saul, and truly it was, because he was throwing spears at David, and David was dodging them. But that, like, David is in his presence and he's so enraged at his light and the calling that God has for his life, that he is throwing spears at him. Like, imagine being in the presence of someone that you believe wouldn't harm you, or you believe that is guiding you, or is king, because Saul is king over the Israelites, and he is literally throwing spears at you every time he feels like it. And so the relationship between David and Jonathan, that's a true friendship right there. Even though Saul marries David, he's a son-in-law to David is his son-in-law, because David married one of his daughters. She helps him escape out the window, and his son Jonathan, Saul's son, which is the brother of the daughter that David marries, he even has him hide out and basically says, if I shoot the arrow against the mountain, I think 3 times or something like that, then you're safe. But if I shoot it beyond the mountain where you're hiding, then you are not safe. And basically, I bid you farewell. And, it was interesting too, because Saul was just straight up lying, saying that, oh, David wants to do me harm. And why are you hiding him, when he spoke to the priest that David had came in contact with when he went to, I don't remember the city, but that's where it's the city that he had got Goliath's sword, because he didn't have any sword or anything on him. He just fled. And he asked for, that's the city that he had got the bread, and I think the bread. And it was just unfortunate. Like, I thought that it was so sad how the priests the priests and their women, I think, like, the priests were like slaughtered, but not just them, everyone, except, and one person came to David, and David actually was like, it's my fault. I knew that Saul would hear about me being here, so stay with me. It was one person that got away. So I think it was the women, the children, everyone in this region that Saul called to him and tried to say that, David is after me, and why are you conspiring with someone that's trying to harm me? And it's like, no, David doesn't want to harm you. David isn't conspiring against you. You are. Like, Saul was just a trip. Even when, I guess, he was told to, like, kill everyone in this village or in this region, and he decided to do it, but he was supposed to kill even the cattle, everything, and he kept the best cattle. And it was crazy, because Samuel asked Saul, like, why did you not obey? And he blamed it on the army, saying they were the ones that wanted the best cattle. And I'm like, no, that was you. So Saul is definitely a liar. And he just gets corrupted with envy and jealousy, and it just drives him. But I stopped at the part where David basically yelled out from the top of the mountain or the cave, letting Saul know that, I had an opportunity to take your life and I didn't. And I think that we can all relate to that, right? When we have an opportunity to do to someone that has done something to us and we don't take it, we choose to take the high road because, and maybe that's where the high road comes from, since David was on top of the mountain calling down to Saul. Maybe that's maybe that's the high road. But it's important to consult with God about what it is we want to do, and especially when we're wronged and we feel pursued and we feel scared. You know, sometimes, we're jumpy and we just want to eliminate the problem, but we have to consult with God about that because He has our backs. He has our front, our back, and our side, and He will deal with our enemies. He will deal with anyone that is in hot pursuit of us. He will, because He is that mighty and He is that capable and He loves us that much. I figured out when I was on the train, I had to take a second one. And because I learned from the first train what happened and why I was going the wrong way, it enabled me to, once I took the second train, I understood it and I was on the right track. And I just read a book. I have like a Kindle app on my phone, and I read my book, and it's like a Christian based book. It's called This Present Darkness. If you want to, I'm on probably like chapter 18 or 19, but it's like a series and I really like it. It's a challenging book. There's words in there that I don't know every word. I know most of the words, but some of the words are new to me. And it's just one of those books, but I have it on Kindle, and I just read my book while I was on the train. And I just, you know, had a moment where I was just listening to the trees blow and just thanking God for just getting me where I needed to go safely. And I'm doing all this to go to church because I want the word. I want to listen to the word, and I want it to help me in my life and help me through my week. And I'm just reading, and I do write. I do write poetry. There was a time that I was writing a lot and it slowed down, but I am getting back to writing and I'm very glad about that. I wish, well, not wish, but I pray to be a writer. I pray to be able to sell books and people, it can help someone and bless them. I think I want to do a Christian based book or, yeah, a Christian based book. And I'm going to be kind of spending my days working on that. And yeah, so I hope you all, oh, I apologize. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm going to close it out. Be blessed and be a blessing.